I'm going to walk you through doing the budget challenge for H&R Block. This is how you can pay your bill and where some things are. We're going to start on the student home. This is where you'll see all the information for the quizzes you're taking. You'll see your engagement over in this spot. That's how you can tell if you are participating and you're actually doing. That's the percent of engagement. You'll see that chart change as you go through the game. Under the vendor selection tabs, that's where you can get to all your bills. And we're going to go ahead and look at Vista View Apartments. You can click on the invoice and pull it up for details, or the current balance tells you how much you owe. And here's what the invoice would look like. You have the information of how much you need to pay and when the due date is. Then you can go over to your bank, and I usually just copy and paste my balance so that I have it, copy it there, and then when I get over to my bank, I select the Vista View Apartments, and then I can paste the amount inside the check. This is where you will actually select the date, and remember it takes 2 days after you take and post the bill for it to show. Also remember that down here is where you're going to mark what it's for, and that's in a very important field to fill in, because when you look back at your statement and what you have below, it's going to show you based upon what you put in that for. That's the only thing it's going to show. It's going to show the for and the amount, and so if you want something to go back with, that's where you go. Also write down your check number because you'll be needing it. After I hit submit, if I look down here at the bottom, you'll see impending checks, where that information is. It's going to tell me that it's going to get posted on the 19th. If you do your bill today, that's when it'll get posted. It tells me the check number and the amount. Also today, your credit card, you got your information on your credit card. So I'm going to go to the vendors and go to Surge Credit Card. And we all have the same charges. So if you see, they started us off owing $455.72. And remember, you get those positive points only if you're below 500. So I scheduled another payment. I scheduled one of my payments for my credit card. I put $200 on it this time. After you've done your payments, go over to your budget and make any changes if you need to, and check off that you paid it, and you just click those boxes, it checks it off. Notice the fact that I also have the bank fees of $1 because I wrote 2 checks, and this tells me my ending balance. This tells me I have $77 left over. Next page is where you're going to do the next bit of work. This is where those check numbers come into play. So your check numbers go in that check number spot. After this check's clear, you cannot get that check number. You will put the amount that you spent over in the very far right hand, or not very far, but in the withdrawal column. And you will also notice that I only put the date on the first one. Whenever I do my next set of bills, I'll put the date here. You don't have to put February 15th every single time. And also, I grouped my bank charges. I did not put 50 cents underneath each check. I put $1 underneath the 2 checks that were issued out today, because I had $1 in charges for today. Hopefully this helps you figure out what you're going to do. I will be back in class with y'all on Tuesday. Feel free to ask questions then. And this is just a real quick overview to go along with what we did yesterday in class.